Welcome to the Prosperity Profiles Podcast, sponsored by Prosperity Profilers, LLC. They'll help you look prosperous, feel prosperous, and be prosperous. We hope you listen often, and if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. Now, here's your host, four-time #1 best-selling author, speaker, and business coach, Holly Porter.
Hello and welcome, everyone. We are here again at another day on the podcast, and I have I know I always say I have fabulous guests, but I do. I know how to find them, and they're awesome people. So I have a guest. Her name is Leah Woodford, and I want you to meet her. So how are you today?
I'm great. How are you, Holly?
I'm good, other than the technology stuff that we seem to all be going through.
Yes, Mercury retrograde. Isn't it lovely?
Not my friend. The last 2 weeks have not been my friend.
No, we got another week and a half, I think, and then we'll be through it.
I have to remember that when I have crunch time for things that I need to look at when that is, because it's only a couple times a year, right?
Right.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's really not what our subject's on today, listeners. We just thought we'd throw that out there because we were having some technology issues, but we all can relate to that. I'm sure we're not alone, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, tell us a little bit more about you. Like, what is your story?
Well, I have SmartFem Media Group. We are a full service digital marketing company. We have our flagship magazine, smartfem.com, been around since 2011. In 2017, I just decided it was time to get back in TV. My background is basically broadcasting. So I went back to film school in 2014 and just decided I saw the writing on the wall when it comes to media. You know, the TV stations are merging and laying off, and I realized, oh my God, it's time to create another platform, because when Google acquired YouTube, I knew video was going to be it. And so I decided to build my own TV media platform, streaming, because 38 million people have cut the cable, so it was a good move.
Well, so I love that. And you and I are new friends, but we're great friends. I know it. I am interested to ask you a few things. So, and I'm sure our listeners are probably thinking the same thing. Like, there's so many places to be visible, right? And we know video is where it's at. So can you give us some tips and what you think? Because I'm starting to hear and have conversations with a lot of people that say they have a TV show. And I think there's a different level of TV show, right? I'm thinking.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. A YouTube show and a Facebook Live is not a TV show. My TV, yeah, that's not a TV show. That's a Facebook Live or a YouTube video. Okay. Just because they call it a channel does not mean it's TV. Right. With Amazon Prime, we have a 3-camera shot. We have closed captioning. We have B-roll. It's not talking heads. So B-roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. B-roll is Amazon Prime wants good quality content, so people will watch it. The way they monetize is through advertising, and if people don't watch your stuff, it makes no sense for them to have it. But B-roll is, when you see shows, like you'll see newscasts, and they'll show a cutaway of something. Maybe the scene, we have a reporter here, there's a fire, and then they cut to a scene on the fire. We had a lot of, for instance, we have Alice Cooper on there, and we're talking about him touring with Johnny Depp. So I have him and Johnny Depp on stage. We cut away to whatever is pertaining to the story they're telling. You have to see the story before you hear it.
So are you going to people, or are they coming to you, or both?
Both. I have 3 different shows. I have SmartFem TV, which is strictly celebrities and influencers. I'm super excited because I get to interview Jack Canfield.
Oh, that's gonna be
So
amazing.
that is coming up. I've had the pleasure of interviewing Alice Cooper and Erin Brockovich. I've interviewed, oh my God, I love her, Judge Lynn Toller from Divorce Court, Lisa Guerrero of Inside Edition. So I really love that one. That was our original TV show. And then I realized I needed to create something for business owners. So we created Smart Femme and Friends, which is basically trends in business, different things in marketing, just new stuff. But everything, like we had Brad Zales talking about leading a multi-generational workforce. And that's something I know about up close and personal. I've been leading millennials for the last 10 years. Yes, this is my dog. She thinks that she is a TV star too. She does have her own meme and logo though. And she photo bombs.
Is this Scotty dog?
She's a miniature schnauzer. This is Abigail Barksdale Woodford.
Oh.
Yes, she's a good girl. She's a good girl, but it's about her, as you can see.
She's like, I see the camera on, I'm going to get in it.
It doesn't matter whether they're two-legged or four-legged. When you get on the phone, the kids want your attention.
Always. I used to go in the bathroom just for some privacy, and you'd see the little fingers under the door from the little kids. Oh.
And now it's the paws.
Yeah, now it's the paws. Okay, so back to, so you have 2 channels now, then you launched a third?
I did. We just finished our second season of Between the Lines, and I'm really excited about this one. This one came about after I wrote my first book in December of 2016. I realized, oh my God, I know nothing about this industry, and it is full of charlatans, and I'm swimming with the sharks. And I just decided that I wanted to bring integrity back to the book and speaking business. Yes. And I'm excited because we filmed the show on April 25th. The shows are now airing in Roku. We've just got the artwork back and the closed captioning. So now they'll be going into Amazon Prime, which airs internationally. So I'm very excited about that.
That is amazing. Well, congratulations for all your success.
Well, thank you. It's fun. It's a labor of love, and my heart goes out to authors because I know what it means to put a year into a book. You know, you put your heart into it, and you write it, you birth it, and then you go, now what?
What's next? I think the marketing piece is what's next that a lot of people are missing out on. But share with us. I know you're looking for authors, so let's jump into that and share what you're looking for.
Sure. What I decided to do, and we've done it for the last 2 years, is we combine a 2-day conference with a VIP hangar party complete with celebrities and jets and red carpet. Right. And then the following day, I filmed 10 book authors. We just filmed those last 10. We've already got 5 booked. They usually get booked a year in advance. And I'm looking for 5 more. We look for nonfiction, business books. We did our first children's book, and we don't normally do children's books, but we also look for social awareness. And she wrote a book called Buddy the Soldier Bear, and it's a book and a bear that goes out to the children of deployed soldiers. Aww. So I had to do, and it's a beautiful book. She had it illustrated by a soldier who had PTSD, but her son went into the military, and she started sending him care packages, and then he asked her to send him to his fellow soldiers. So she was sending 150 packages by the second year, and then she started making the bears, and then somebody asked her if they could send a bear to his children, and so next thing you know, she wrote this beautiful book. And I'm a military brat, and my sister served in the Air Force as well. So I just thought, you know what, the book is beautiful, the message is gorgeous. We're going to make an exception, and we have our first children's book.
That's amazing. Well, you know what, when you know it's right, it's right. right?
I love this woman's heart, and the book is beautiful. I had Lexus, my book sponsor, and they've been one of my sponsors since I started the magazine. And we shoot their commercials. They sponsored her book too. They loved her book.
So, okay, so you're looking for 5 more authors. When's the event? What's the date?
The event is April 23rd and 24th of 2020.
Okay.
They can go to smartfemnetwork.com to find out more information. But we also have a Facebook group that's called Smart Fem Network for authors, speakers, and entrepreneurs. Because if you're an author or speaker, you're an entrepreneur by default.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
That's one of the biggest challenges I see with speakers and authors is they really don't understand you have to run it like a business.
Right. Kind of like the country.
Right? Well, that's another show.
That's a series.
Oh, no kidding. That's a whole season.
Let's not go there. Oh, but I love that. Okay, so you're looking for 5 more. And how would they get a hold of you?
Hit me up on Facebook, Leah Woodford, Lea Woodford, just the way it sounds. I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram. Don't use Twitter because I hardly ever get on Twitter. I have it, but I'm just not a fan.
Yeah.
The people that spend the time on Twitter are either athletes or politicians, so I'm out.
Yeah, I know. I'm so not a fan. Oh boy, you got to find your tribe though. If that's where they are, then knock yourself out.
Yeah, right. It's just not my tribe. I really love Facebook. I love Facebook. Our Facebook group is growing, but it's filled our conference for the last 2 years.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, I'm just starting to engage, and I'm excited to dig.
We're happy to have you there.
Well, thank you. I'm excited to check it out a little deeper. And so can anyone join, or is there qualifications? How do you work?
That we ask them 3 questions. If they're an entrepreneur, if they're a speaker and or an author. Those are, we have some people that haven't written their book but want to, if you're wanting to write a book or speak, it's for you. And you're going to learn some entrepreneurial skills because kind of basically you have to.
Right. Well, you're right. It's all about learning those skills. And, so that's good. You have all levels in the group. So then other people can help the new people. So I love that.
Oh, we have some great people. Jen DeVore Richter's in our group. She's the former marketing director of NASA. She's a cute little snack pack. And Jake Ballantyne is amazing. He's my coach. But he talks about building your tribe. It's great to write a book, but you got to build a tribe so you have somebody to sell it to, because there's a lot of noise out there.
There is. Well, and the book's like your new business card anymore, so, but a good book, however, is what you need to have, right? Well,
a good, don't even put it out. If you're not going to invest in writing a good book, having professional editing done, and this is the thing that drives me nuts: the people that use 99 Designs or Fiverr for a book cover. Yeah. Hello, your book cover is your front and back real estate of your book is going to be the deciding factor. People, if they don't like the cover, they're not going to buy your book. So it blows my mind that people will spend money on the book. They'll get it edited and they'll do the things they need to, but then they're gonna save a few pennies and cost themselves thousands of dollars by not, just throw the cash down. Yeah. For design services are worth their weight in gold. Don't waste your time on Fiverr. There's a place for Fiverr and stuff like that, but not on a book cover.
I so agree 100%. And for those of you listening, I do publishing, so I know, and I have several people that I work with, that help design covers. And honestly, if I don't like them, then we go back to the drawing board. If you have to pay for it a couple times, then you do that, because super important your image is everything, and that's your image. Your book
and even the back cover of the book. You know, I hired a writer from Hanna-Barbera to write the back of my book, you know. I'm just amazed. I probably had 150 books sent to me, you know, and they're ready to be on television and everything. But I was shocked at how many people can't write and haven't spent the money on professional editing and even the structure of a book. If I can't get through, you know, at least 3 chapters of your book, it's not going to happen.
I know. Well, and I'm very ADHD, and so and I have dyslexia as well. So I just hire good editors. Like, you can't really write how you speak. You know, it's not the same. And so,
You know, they say that, but you can't. You can't. You know.
I talk a lot, and people that know me just laugh because they'll be like, "You were texting, weren't you?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Oh my goodness! And then there's autocorrect when you do that.
Oh my gosh! Especially when it's really naughty. It's not
right. Oh yeah, I've had a couple of those. Fortunately, they were to my husband.
I bet autocorrect and retrograde are friends.
I think you might be right.
I'm thinking there's something to that. I just thought of that, but
no, it's a good one. It's a good one.
Well, I know for a fact that Siri does not like to be called, or Alexa does not like to be called Siri. Just so you know.
You know, I have Alexa, but I was just on a radio show with Susan Bennett, the original series. So kind of interesting, you know. I was kind of against having Alexa after I heard Amazon listens to everything, and then I realized how much easier it was going to make my life, you know, with the alarm, and I thought, I'm in. Yeah. You know, plus everything's on Facebook anyway. You can't hide anything anymore, so you might as well just live a transparent life.
So, because little secret, when I was in New York City a few months ago, there's policemen and I mean full on SWAT every corner, right? And I'm like, what's going on? Because where I live, you don't ever see that, and unless there's a murder or something big. And I'm like, what's going on? They're like, this is how it is every day here since 9/11. Well, after investigating and talking to a few more people, including a police officer, they can hear everything. Like, you can be driving your car and they have the technology, they can hear everything. So like, if you're worried about your little Alexa, I'm sorry, you got way bigger problems than that.
Yeah, we are living in the most connected, disconnected world.
Now my Alexa's going off. I can't understand what you're saying right now.
My husband likes to play with her. He asked her to do cat sounds, you know, cat meows, and yeah, he's brilliant, but he does weird things with Alexa. So
okay. He needs a friend. Okay, she's probably a really good companion to a lot of lonely people. I have to say.
You know, I actually heard that Alexa has really revolutionized for people that can't read. They're allowed to, there's a new app that books can be read to in Alexa right now. And I am glad that they are doing something that actually is benefiting people. And that to me is interesting. And I did not know that. And somebody asked me, is your book on Alexa yet? And I just went, what? And sure enough, I am getting ready to do an audio version of my book though. So
I think it's a must. Like, that's something that is, if and I don't have any of mine digital yet either, because most of mine originally were anthologies with other women. I have a book series of women, you know. Mm-hmm. And so I put it out there to see if the women wanted to do their own recordings, because I think that would be a lot more powerful for them to read their own chapter. And I'm just like, oh, it's a project that's not right here right now. It's on the back burner.
Well, it's an act of God. Fortunately, I have the professional recording equipment at the office. I have the TV studio. And but secret to everybody, go in your closet and record. I'm going to tell you why, because all of the clothes will absorb all the sound. It is better than probably most studios. So I will probably
video. Don't go in your closet.
Right. Don't shoot video, but if you're going to do audio only, if I don't want to go into the office and I got to do a voiceover, I'll go into the closet. Because interesting.
Back up, say that one more part you just cut out?
I just said that if I don't have to go into the office, but I got to do a voiceover, I'll do it in the closet because the quality is just as good. Because the clothes muffle, any kind of air conditioning sounds, the dog, whatever. You shut the door, you go in your closet, you record it, and the sound quality is awesome.
I love that. Yeah. I do like when I talk to people and they're outside and they have birds in the background, though. That's kind of fun.
That is. There's the biggest hang up that I have is I have a Google Voice number. And I hate the way it rings on all my devices. And my husband disconnected it, but it reconnected itself again.
Yeah, my computer, it's funny you said that because mine's never done that until this week. And all of a sudden,
Mercury retrograde.
Right. Ringing on my desktop now. And I'm like, what's ringing right now? And then I look and I have a missed call because I have my Google Voice app on my phone, but I don't have it ring at all. It just goes to voicemail and then I deal with it from there. They can text me, but they can't call through.
I love that.
Yeah, you got to be smart. There's so many things with technology. So yeah, our conversation was a lot of technology, but you know what? It's what's happening. It's raw and real, right?
That's kind of today's world. Unless you live in a cabin somewhere where there's no cell service, you're pretty much connected 24/7. That is the reality.
And if you do, lucky.
Right. I would like to be in one now when it's 114 degrees in Arizona.
Oh, yeah. No, we're probably about 102 or 104 today. We're always at least 10 degrees more, cooler than you are. So I'm sorry for you. I remember Las Vegas growing up being 128 one day. And I was a kid and I didn't realize how much the heat affected me. I'm a redhead naturally. So cold and warm really affects us. And I'm so glad I don't live there anymore.
I lived in Vegas for about 15 months. First of all, the heat and the wind. Hot wind is not fun.
It does not cool you off, by the way.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And it's so gritty. So we didn't last 15 months out there. I said, I'm out of here.
Oh, no, that brings a whole new meaning to full of hot air. Yeah.
Right.
Well, what would be, okay, we've talked about people connecting with you on Facebook. And then you're looking for authors for the event in April. So if they connect on you, we'll also put your information in the show notes. So if you are listening to this while you're driving, then you can, come back and click on that and be able to get, so we'll just get all the links that you need so that you can get connected to Leah. And I hope that if you're listening to this, I'm challenging you as an author, if you have a book out that is, you want more visibility and you're wanting to talk to Leah about it, then I'm going to challenge you to do that right away in the next 7 days. How about that?
Oh, that's awesome. And guys, also check out our award-winning magazine, smartfem.com. It's free. There's a lot of great content on there. But again, books are great, but you've got to have a marketing plan.
Absolutely. Yes. Marketing plans are smart. So, all right. Well, thank you so much for being on the show today. And maybe we'll have it to be continued later, another time when we need more info on this.
Oh, great. Great, Holly. And hopefully we'll both survive Mercury retrograde.
Oh, yes. I'm all for that. Yes, 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 and yes. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy your day. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Prosperity Profiles Podcast, sponsored by Prosperity Profilers, LLC, helping you look prosperous, feel prosperous, and be prosperous. We hope you enjoyed our time together, and we'll visit again soon. You can learn more about Prosperity Profilers by going to hollyporter.com.